And we are live. Hello, good people of the internet. Today is day 6. I am quite late from my normal standards. I hope I titled the video properly. I'm really not sure. Let me just confirm. Day 6, correct. Yes. So we're in day 6 of this 20-day life challenge. I am quite late compared to my normal standards. It's been sort of a crazy Saturday for us here. But yes, the promise is to be live every single day on YouTube and then syndicated to different platforms. I'm holding my end of the promise. I hope you hold your end of the promise by sharing this content, not specifically this video, but anything to do with a Better Way channel. Share it with your friends and family, share with your community on LinkedIn, WhatsApp, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you can. Make sure that you play a part, make sure that you help us navigate together towards a better way. This is not just about growing a brand. I hope you understand that by now. So, what we're going to talk about today is a slightly esoteric topic. The topic is Kalyug or Kali Yuga, as is the proper name for it. Kalyug is the name that is commonly used in Indian Hindi languages, or all over India, of course. Now, Kalyug it's quite a different sort of a concept. Ever since I was a kid, I remember my parents and all the adults around me telling us quite often that ghor Kalyug hai. We live in the age of Kalyug. It is Kalyug, and therefore there are bad things happening. And it almost became so obvious that it was used almost as an escape at times, almost as a ridicule of the situation at times. Whenever we would see something bad happening anywhere, we would just simply ridicule it away by saying ghor Kalyug, it's just Kalyug. And that's what people do, right? We get these concepts and then we run away with them, and we run away with them to the effect that we end up forgetting what they were really all about. So yesterday I was talking to Rocco, and he shared with me his idea of Kali Yuga or Kalyug, his understanding of it, and how it is quite applicable to our moment in time right now, and especially because of the fact that it's close to Easter. Easter is a festival being celebrated in the Western world as we speak, and the mythology of Easter is also quite close to death, is also quite close to almost passing away of an era of sorts. And the way he explained Kalyug to me, it just made so much sense that yes, this is what we're experiencing right now in this moment. This is where we are. I'll read something from those texts for you. I'm not going to read the entire thing, but see, in the age of Kali Yuga, to speak unvarnished truth is is to speak unvarnished truth invites exile, ridicule, or danger. Truth tellers are seen as destabilizing forces or inconvenient. And when I read just these two lines, I could feel that someone was writing almost a biography of my last few years, because this is exactly true. This is exactly true. To be speaking any kind of truth in the modern world, it almost is inviting exile or ridicule, or people look at you as if you are a voodoo person, you are a dangerous person, you're a destabilizing person if you are talking about the truth. And I just don't mean any kind of truth, especially if you're talking about a higher truth that is leading to more cohesion in a time of diversion. You're almost looked at as if you are being an impractical person, or you're being voodoo. What are the other words people use? I- um, yeah, I mean, you understand, I hope. It's just that people feel as if you're talking about a higher truth, you're being impractical, you're being silly, you're being naive, etc., etc. And that is the age we're living in right now, isn't it? I mean, every time I'm talking about truth now, I'm always reminded of these examples. I heard this from Yuval Noah Harari. He said that human beings in 2025 have the most powerful information technology systems ever. We have never had such powerful information technology systems in the history of our species, and by that logic we also should be having the most access to truths ever. But think about how much far away this is from your lived experience right now. If i'm talking about if I'm talking on behalf of almost every single human being out there, I think the common lived experience for all of us is that we feel as if it's almost impossible to know the truth about anything, let alone being able to know more truths than before. We feel confused, isn't it? I mean, I think April 2025, as of now, this confusion, this online confusion about almost everything, what to eat, what is healthy, what is pure, what is impure, what is true, is there a God, should we be voting for this person, are Trump's tariffs good, are Trump's tariffs bad, is the corporate culture good, should we keep working for this company, etc., etc. I'm not going to go into all of those details, but across so many avenues of our lives, there is just confusion, there is just confusion, there is overwhelm and confusion. And in such a scenario, you have someone like Donald Trump, about whom, I mean, the less said, the better. The less said, the more. But Sam Harris, in one of his episodes, actually said that Trump keeps on spewing so many lies, and his lies are not even lies which, you can't discern. His lies are very easy to actually counter, but he says them at such a rate. It's almost as if what he's trying to do is not that you keep listening to him and you start to believe his lies. It's almost as if the real motive, underlying motive, is that you hear so many lies that you start to mistrust everything that you listen. It's basically just amplifying confusion. And now I'm not saying Trump is really doing that, but just hearing Sam Harris say that made a lot of sense to me, because it sort of is an overarching model of our lived reality right now. The internet is full of confusion, isn't it? Our lives are full of overwhelm and confusion right now. And when you think about it, like it is being said, this is what happens in Kali Yuga. To speak unvarnished truth invites exile, ridicule, or danger. I'll keep going. In a corrupt world, the pursuit of purity risks becoming neurotic, isolating, or escapist. One becomes inflexible or judgmental, unable to navigate the ambiguity of the world. This is also such a relatable experience, isn't it? Of April 2025. Compassion in a world governed by self interest and manipulation often appears weak or naive. This is absolutely true. I remember having a conversation with my friends where I was actually inviting compassion. I don't know if I was directly inviting it or whether we use these exact words or not, but the words that came back to me were exactly being naive, that you're being naive if you're being compassionate right now, because that is our lived reality. Crazy. But my overarching narrative of this actually ended up being that yes, I can understand that we're in the heart of Kali Yuga, and it's no longer just a ridiculing statement that you say, that you put on top of anything bad that is happening around you. I do understand that understanding this mythic image of Kali Yuga makes a lot of sense. I've not talked about the mythic image right now because I'm holding on for tomorrow's live session with Rocco, which is actually around Kali Yuga. And that's where I've invited Rocco over, and we'll be talking about this entire idea of Kali Yuga. We'll also be talking about the Western concept of Easter and how both of these symbolisms actually combine together to make a lot of sense about what's true in our world today. It's not all bad in some sense, I mean, of course, Kalyug is identified with destruction, but a silver lining that you can pick out from it is that every destruction is followed by regeneration. The destruction is actually a play of destructive forces which lead to a play of constructive forces after that. So this is a tough period to navigate for all of us individually and collectively, but it is going to lead to regeneration eventually. Now that's a silver lining, right? I think that's all I would talk about today, honestly. We are in the heart of Kalyug. I feel the confusions, the divergence, the fact that, oh, one more thing, by the way. As I'm saying this, I can imagine one of the easiest arguments against this is that everyone has almost always felt this way. We've always heard that the sky is falling, we've always heard that things are really bad, but we keep picking up the threads and things keep getting better. So maybe you are wrong in that sense, and I hope that's true. But what I'll add to that is that we've never had the powers that we have right now. We've never really had social media amplifying our biases so much. We've never really had social media um, amplifying our divisions so much. This has never happened in the history of humanity before. We've never had so many nuclear weapons before, honestly, and we've never had such polarized leaders, rulers of powerful countries. We've never had such situations together, and I feel that is a recipe for disaster too. So that's also something to keep in mind. But at the heart of it is the message of regeneration. At the heart of it is the idea of making more sense of the present moment, individually and collectively, and navigating this tough moment together as a single team. So I leave you with that, and I leave you with an invitation to tomorrow morning's live with Rocco Jarman on a Better Way platform. We will be coming live and we'll be talking about Kalyug, Kali Yuga. We'll be talking about Easter, and we'll be talking about how the symbolism of both of these Eastern and Western concepts marry together and help us make a lot more sense of our moment in time today. So, with that in mind, I bid you goodbye, and I'll see you tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. IST. We won't be later than that. We will see you live. You can check out either from my YouTube channel or from Rocco's YouTube channel. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you share this with your friends and family and help these messages reach more people with time. Until next time, peace out.